Okay, Ji. So question number 10 it is. Let's just work out with the substitution of the numbers. Okay, Ji. So if A is equal to 6, B is equal to 5, and C is equal to -2, find the value of A square minus B square. So what we know is that A is 6. So this would be 6 square minus B is 5. So this would be 5 square. So 6 square is 36 minus what? 25. So 36 minus 25 will become what? 11. So 11 will be the answer for part A. Similarly, let's just look at part B. So the value A is equal to 6, B is equal to 5. So can we have 5 square minus, and if you see, we have -2 as C value, and we will square the numbers, right? So this will be 25 minus, and -2 square is what? 4. So 25 minus 4 will become what? 21. So part B answer will be 21. Part C, if you just see that A is 2, A is 6, so this will be 6 square plus, and C is -2 square. So 6 square is 36 plus, and obviously -2 whole square is what? 4. Remember this one thing, -2 whole square means -2 multiplied by -2. So negative negative becomes positive, so this would be 4. So 36 plus 4 will become what? 40. Similarly, we have 5a square plus 4b square. So 5a is 6 square, b will become what? 5 square. So this should be 5. 6 square is 36 plus, and this should be 4 into what? 5 square is 25. So can we just say that 36 multiplied by 5 is 180 plus 25 into 4 is what? 100. So the answer is what? 280. So this was what? Part D for question number 10. So considering the values, you need to understand the substitution method that goes on like this. Now, similar case, the value of A is 6, B is 5, and C is -2. Let's write it down. A is 6, B is 5, and C is -2, right? So this is 9 square minus 2, and this should be -2 square, and this should be 5 square minus, and can we just say -2 square is there, right? So these are all the substituted values where we use them using what? The brackets. ब्रैकेट्स इंपॉर्टेंट है, अगर आप ब्रैकेट्स नहीं लिखेंगे तो बड़ा मसला हो जाएगा, ठीक है? तो 9 square is what? 81 minus 2, this will become 4, and 5 square is what? 25 negative, this will become what? 4. So what do we have? 81 minus 25 fours is 100, and 100 into 2 will become what? 100 into 2, 25 into 4 is what? 100, and 100 into 2 will become what? 200, right? So the answer for this will be 200, and this should be -4. So 81 minus 200 minus 4 will give us 81 minus 204, right? So 81 minus 204 is basically -123. This is -123. So obviously using the values and the solving it through without calculator. But this is normally just in paper 1. Part B, 5 square minus A is 6 square, and B is 5 minus -2 whole square. This is 25 minus what? 36 into 5, right? 6 square is 36 into 5 minus, and this will become what? 4, because -2 square is what? 4. So 25 minus what? 180 minus what? 4. So can we just say this is 25 minus 184? So 25 minus 184 is minus 159. So part F answer will be what? Negative 159. For the same question, that was question number 10, with the values of A is 6, B is 5, and C is minus 2. Find the value. So we just need to do what? Substitution of this. Let's just work upon question number 11 now. Now, we already know that x is 3, y is minus 4, and z is 2, right? So let's say 3, this will be 3 minus 4, right? 3 minus 4, just substitution is required. So substitute करेंगे ताकि obviously बात है उसके answers आ जाए, right? So 3 minus 4 will be what? Minus 1 upon 3 minus 4 is minus 1, and this should be what? 5. So the answer for this is minus 3 upon minus 5. So minus minus cancel. So the answer would be what? 3 upon 5. ठीक है जी? Part B. If you just see that y is what? Minus 4. So this should be minus 4 minus 3 upon what? Minus 4 plus 3. And this should be minus 4 minus 3. Considering same thing, we can always write down what? This should be minus 4, and minus 4 minus 3 is minus 7. Minus 4 plus 3 is minus 1, and this is again minus 7. So this should be what? 28, because 7 fours is 28, and negative negative is positive. Upon this would be what? 7. So can we cancel this out? The answer for this would be 4. Let's just move to Z. The value of Z was what? 2, right? Part C. So this is what? 2. 2 plus 4. And this should be 2 minus 2 upon 2 plus 2 and 2 minus 3. So 2 plus 4 is 6, but we see that 2 minus 2 is 0. So anything multiplied by 0 and anything divided by 0 is what? 0. So the end result for C becomes what? 0. Because 2 minus 2, known the fact that this thing will become what? 0. So anything multiplied with this or anything divided by this will end up having what? 0 as your value. Part D. Now we have x, y, and z all. So 3 minus 4 and 2. So can we say 3 square 6 minus 4 plus 3 upon 3 plus 3 and 3 z is equal to what? We can directly write down as 2 minus 5. So directly the answer for this will become what? 9. Minus minus will be plus. 6 4s are 24 plus 3 upon 3 plus 3 is 6, because obviously it's just the value, and knowing that z is 2, so this will be what? Minus 3. So considering that 24 plus 3 is 27, 27 plus 9, we end up having what? 36 upon what? 9. Negative. So the answer for this will be negative 4. Question number 12, which is P is equal to what? 3, and then Q is equal to minus 4, and R is equal to 2. So let's just solve this. PR, since we need to substitute करनी है इसमें values. So P is 3, right? and R is equal to what? 2. And let's say P is 3, so this would be square plus 3, right? Plus 1 upon 2. Value of Q is minus 4, and we'll just do square over it, plus what? 3. So we have substituted each and every value that is there in the question, right? In all the algebraic values. So now what we need to do is 3 multiplied by 2 is 6, and this would be 3 squared is 9. 9 plus 3 will become what? 12 plus 1, right? 1 is there. So minus 4 square is 16, right? Minus 4 Q is what? Minus 4. So minus 4 square is 16. So if this is 16, 16 plus 3 will be what? 19. Okay, 19 into 2 will become what? 19 into 2 will become 38, right? So that means 4 square is 16, 16 plus 3 is 19, 19 twos are becomes what? 38. Now what we see is that we see that 12, this, and 38 is the LCM. So 12 and 38. We can take down the LCM, right? So 2, 6 and 2 what? 2 again, 19 right? Considering the fact that we have 19 here. So can we just say 2 3s and obviously 19 would be followed down because 19 is a prime number. 3 1s 19 would be followed again, and 19 will be the value. So considering this, 19 into 3 into 2 into 2. So 19 into 3 is 57. 57 into 2 is 114. 114 into 228, 2 will be 228. So that means the LCM of this will become what? 228. The LCM of this will become what? 228. So now when we have 228, the process is that LCM is divided by denominator. LCM is divided by what? Denominator. So 228 divided by 12, we get what? 19. So that means 228 divided by what? 12 is what? 19. When 228 is divided by 12, we got 19. 19 will be multiplied by what? 6. So when 19 multiplied by 6, we end up having what? 114 plus 228. 228 divided by what? 38 again. So the answer is what? 6. The answer becomes what? 6. So the answer here will be what? 6. So the end result is 120 upon what? 228. Now knowing the fact that it can be divided by what? 2. So this will be what? 60 and 114. This will be what? 30 and 114 divided by 2 will be what? 57. And this will be what? 10 divided by what? 19. So the end result is what? 10 upon 19 will become the answer of part A. Okay, Ji. Question number 12, part B. So now R is what? 2, right? So we write down R is what? 2. And the value of P is what? 3. So this becomes 3 square plus 6. Q is what? Minus 4. It's very important when you are substituting the value, you be very careful. Okay? Plus 5. It's all there. Then we have 5 upon R is 2 plus 5. So what we have is 2 upon 9 minus 24 plus 5 plus 5 upon what? 7. Right? So can we just say that 9 minus 24 plus 5 is equal to minus 10? Is equal to what? Minus 10. So this should be minus 2 upon 10 plus 5 upon 7. Because if even in the denominator there is a negative sign, it will go with the numerator, right? Remember this, that since the negative sign was here in the denominator, but still we write down in the what? Numerator, because we do not write the negative sign in the denominator. So considering, let's just simplify this. This will be minus 1 upon 5 plus 5 upon 7. Minus 1 upon 5, just what we did was, we cancelled it out. So 2 ones are and 2 fives are. So 7, 5, the LCM will become what? The LCM will become 35. The LCM will become what? 35. So 35 divided by 5 is 7. 7 into minus 1 will become minus 7. And 35 divided by 7 is 5. 5 fives are becomes what? 25. So what do we have? Minus 7 plus 25. So this, the answer would be what? 18 upon what? 35. So this will become your answer, considering that 85 and 35 cannot be solved. Okay, ji? Question number 14 has rectangle. So what are the properties? The property states that the opposite sides are equal in rectangle. The opposite sides are what? Equal in rectangle. So when we know that opposite sides are equal in rectangle, this 3y minus 4 will be equal to what? 11. And 2x minus 5 will be equal to what? 17. So every time when we'll be solving, we'll be always making sure that rectangle sides are always what? Opposite are equal. So considering this, what we can do is that question states that work out the value of x. Now, where do I find x? I find x here. So can we just write 2x minus 5, which will be what? Equal to 17. So whenever you have an equation, what we know is that this negative 5 on the left hand side will be what? Change to plus 5. So what we'll have is 2x is equal to 17 plus 5. 2x is equal to what? 17 plus 5 is 22. 17 plus 5 is what? 22. Now we know that 2 is being multiplied. It will be divided on the other side. So this will be 22 upon 2. So x will be what? 11. So the x will be 11. Same thing can be applied. Same thing that can be applied in part B. Right? So what we can say is that part B has what? Y. So now y, 3y minus 4 is basically equal to what? 11. So what we can say, 3y minus 4 is equal to 11. 3y minus 4 is on the left hand side. When we'll shift minus 4 on the right hand side, it will be plus 4. 3y is equal to what? 15. Since 3 is being multiplied, it will go on the other side, get divided. So the answer will be 15 upon 3. The answer will be y is equal to what? 5. So anytime when you are getting such questions where you have a rectangle and you need to find out value of x and y, and the opposite sides are given to you, we will always be what? Equating the values towards it. Hope it is clear. Let me know in the chat, please, the answer that we got is right. So question number 21, what do we have is 4y. Now this negative sign is outside the bracket. So considering this, that if this is negative sign, that means this negative sign will be multiplied by 3, right? And then this negative sign will be multiplied with negative y. So the signs will change eventually. So what will we have is 4y minus into 3 will be negative 3. And this negative with negative y will be what? Positive y. And we'll have what? 1 on the right hand side. So 4y plus y is what? 5y. Minus 3 is on the left hand side. It will go on the other side. So this will be 1 plus 3. So 5y is equal to 4. Y becomes what? 4 upon 5 will become your answer. Okay, ji? I hope that you are getting 4 upon 5 with respect to this. Now, let's just say attempt this question, this part quickly. 30 part A. So let's just start doing this. So we see that 5 is equal to 2 multiplied by x is 2x, and 2 multiplied by minus 3 becomes what? Minus 6, right? So minus 6 goes on the other side, becomes what? 5 plus 6 is equal to what? 2x, which means this is 11 is equal to 2x. 2 being multiplied, it will go on the other side, get what? Divided. So x becomes what? 11 upon 2 for the equations. Is it all clear? Yes. Okay. Since we are doing equation questions, so what I want you to attempt now is attempt this question number 4 and question number 5 both. Question number 4 and question number 5. Question number 4 is solve the equation 27 is equal to what? 13 plus what? 2x. So what we can do is, this is plus 13, right? So it will go on the other side, becomes what? 27 minus 13 is equal to 2x. 27 minus 13 is 14 is equal to what? 2x. So 2 is being multiplied, it will be divided. So x value will become what? 7. 14 divided by 2 is what? 7. This was question number 4. Question number 5. What do we have? This is 5t. This is minus 2t. Now see, what we had was, Amna, you had question that if the variables are on the both side, right? So if you just see that minus 2t is on the right, and obviously what we'll have is 5t minus 2t will come on the left hand side. This will become plus 2t. And 8 plus 3 will be on the other side. So this should be 8 minus 3. 8 minus 3. So obviously variables on one side and number on the other side. So 5t plus 2t is what? 7t is equal to what? 5. So 7 is being multiplied, it will go on the other side, get. So this would be t is equal to what? 5 upon 7. This will be your answer for question number 5. Okay जी, क्वेश्चन नंबर 6 देखें. क्वेश्चन नंबर 6 क्या कह रहा है? तो कैन वी जस्ट से दैट 7x है. So 7x minus 4 into x will be minus 4x, right? और माइनस प्लस क्या हो जाता है? माइनस 4 5 20 is equal to what? 13. ठीक हो गया जी. तो 7x minus 4x is 3x. And 13 minus 20 उधर जाके क्या हो जाएगा? Plus 20. 3x is equal to 33. X की वैल्यू क्या हो गई? 33 upon 3, which means x becomes what? 11. तो 11 इसका क्या हो गया? आंसर हो गया. क्वेश्चन नंबर 7 पे आ जाए, राइट? क्वेश्चन नंबर 7 क्या बता रहे? सिंप्लीफाई. रिमेंबर दिस, व्हेनेवर देयर आर टू फ्रैक्शंस एंड वो फ्रैक्शन प्लस और माइनस हो रहे हो, क्या हो रहे हो? Plus or minus. So what we do is we take down the LCM. So 5 and 3 ka LCM is what? 15. 15 divided by 3 becomes what? 5, right? Hamesha 15 divided by 3 is what? 15 divided by 3 is 5. So 5 will be multiplied by A. So the answer would be 5A. Good. 15 divided by 5 is 3. 3 into 2B will be what? 6B. So this will be answer because you can't add 5a plus 6b. So 5a plus 6b upon 15 will be your answer for question number 7. Question 8. This is 3 into x is 3x. 3 into minus 2 is minus 6 is equal to what? 5x. So what can we have? 3x minus 5x, variables on one side, and obviously number on the other side. Minus 6 will become what? Positive 6. Minus 6 moved on the other side will be positive 6. जब भी हम change करते हैं तो नंबर्स को अलग साइड पे लेके जाते हैं ना, तो अगर हम नंबर को अलग साइड पे लेके जाते हैं तो दैट मीन्स -6 विल टर्न डाउन टू +6. 3x - 5x विल बी -2x इज इक्वल टू कितना हो गया जी 6. So now since it is -2x, so the answer would be this minus will come along with -6 and obviously 2 will be divided. So x become what? -3. Why did I have -6? Because you can't take negative in the denominator. तो अगर वो negative in the denominator भी आता है तो we make sure that we write it down in what? Numerator. बिल्कुल, तो आप वेरिएबल को आप उधर ले जाइए, कोई मसला नहीं. मेक श्योर दैट वेरिएबल्स आर ऑन वन साइड एंड नंबर्स ऑन दी अदर साइड. कोई इशू. क्वेश्चन नंबर 9 करें. अटेम्प्ट क्वेश्चन नंबर 9. So this is 3x, question number 9, 3x plus 1 minus 2x plus 8. Because minus minus will be plus 8. 3x minus 2x will be x. 1 plus 8, obviously we have 1 plus 7. This is 7, right? So 1 plus 7 will be what? Plus 8 is equal to 0. Plus 8 goes on the other side will become what? X is equal to what? Minus 8. So this was about it for today, right? So till question number 8 and question number 9. There are a lot of questions that I'll be sending you as homework. So wait, kindly wait.